Hello and welcome to this, the first episode of TV Dinner Guide. Now, my name is Carl, and I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. Go Browns! I'm not going to tell you too much more about myself because I don't want the pesky government triangulating my location and tracking me down. But this is a show where I'm going to be dining on the finest meals, television dinners, and I'm just telling you what I think. Now, normally I eat home-cooked meals, but you see, my wife Marsha's having a back spasm, so she had to get in an emergency appointment with the chiropractor. That's the third one this week. So today I'm going to be dining on a Hungry-Man dinner, one of my favorite lines of television dinners. Hungry-Man, of course, as we all know, first introduced by Swanson back in 1973. Now, this particular Hungry-Man is the Salisbury steak with the in-house onion and mushroom sauce with the creamy mashed potatoes, tender greens, and of course, the signature Hungry-Man dessert, a nice warm brownie. Go Browns! Now, this Hungry-Man's weighing in at 1 pound with about 26 grams of protein, 32 grams of fat, and 65 milligrams of cholesterol. So that's a nice, healthy, round meal. Now, I'm going to pop this out of the box, I'm going to stick it in the microwave, and I'm going to be right back to tell you what I think about it. Oh boy, so we're back. Took it out of the microwave after 4.5 minutes, and wow, just look at the steam coming off of this delicious food. Now, I'm choosing to pair this meal with a Coors Light. Got the tall boy since I'm a tall boy, and man, I cannot wait to dig into this thing. The potatoes look nice and creamy, the green beans do look nice and tender as advertised, and wow, look at these 2 steak patties. Not one, but 2 steak patties. Hungry-Man really knows how to please the customer. Alright, let's crack this beer open and dig into this delicious meal. I can't wait. Starting with the steak, that's how I like to start every meal. A little tricky to get in there. It's hot. Okay, this is pretty good. Now, my one issue is the sauce, and this is a pretty fancy sauce for me. The mushrooms and the onions, I'm more of a ketchup guy on my steak. I like my steak with a big squirt of Tommy K, because I'm an American. None of these French mushrooms for me. But I can't complain about the texture of the steak overall. It's a nice meatloafy consistency to it, which is what I like in a steak. I'm going to go in for bite number 2 now. Again, same good consistency. I'm getting a really nice beefy flavor to the steak, which is really something I like in a steak. I'm going to move over to the potatoes now, see if they really are as buttery and creamy as the Hungry-Man brand claims they are. Take a little bit off the top. Now, just like Mother used to make, there's a nice buttery flavor to these potatoes. They are very thick. I'm wondering if that's because I did not cook these potatoes enough. They're a little cold as well. But, all in all, for a $3 television dinner, these are pretty fantastic. I'm going over to the green beans now. I don't know if you can see this, but the green beans are still in a nice little watery bath. Keep them nice and tender. Good flavor. But right away, I'm not digging the texture of these green beans. They're a little firm for my liking. I've got soft, sensitive teeth, so I like soft green beans to match. But not bad. For a $3 television dinner, these are pretty good green beans. I'll wash it now with a little swig of my Coors Light, and then I'm going to move into the brownie. Digging into this brownie now. It's got a nice spongy texture to it right away, I can tell. So let's see how it tastes. It's a little warm. Good consistency again. This brownie's got a similar consistency to the steak. It's very chewy and it kind of falls apart in your mouth just like a meatloaf. It's got a nice chocolatey flavor to it though. I'm going to go in for another bite. I liked it so much. Okay. It's a good brownie. I will say, not the best brownie I've had. Not quite as good as my grandma's, but not quite as bad as my wife's, if you get what I'm saying. Alright, so final thoughts on the Hungry-Man Salisbury steak with the mushroom and onion home-style gravy, with the creamy mashed potatoes, the tender green beans, and of course, the brownie. How could we forget the brownie? Go Browns. Now, overall, I thought this was a pretty good meal. I did, as I mentioned, take issue with the schmancy steak sauce, with the mushrooms and the onions. I thought that was a little much. I usually just prefer my steaks with a nice squirt of Tommy K. But the steak was very good. It had a very nice crumbly consistency to it. Really fell apart in my mouth. The green beans I thought were a bit too crunchy for me. I like my green beans extra soft because of my sensitive teeth. And then the potatoes were a little cold and hard. But that could have just been because I didn't microwave it enough. You never know. We'll try again later. But for me, easily the highlight of this meal and what made it all worth it was this delicious brownie. The brownie had a very nice spongy texture to it and a very nice chocolate flavor. The kind you can't get with natural chocolates. So overall, out of 5 lazy boys, I think I'm going to give this Hungry-Man Salisbury Steak meal 4.5 lazy boys. Thank you so much for watching the first episode of TV Dinner Guide. I've been Carl. If you enjoyed this video, please consider clicking that like button underneath me. Also, if you would subscribe to the channel, it really means a lot to me. Tune in next week to see which TV dinner I'll be trying. I actually might be posting a little earlier. It depends on Marcia's back spasm if she needs an emergency appointment with her chiropractor. As I said before, thank you so much for watching TV Dinner Guide, and see you next time. Have a good night, folks.